Hello everyone, welcome back to Sarah in Her Own World. It's Sarah here, and today I'll be reading Chapter 5 of Amelia Bedelia Means Business. Let's begin. So, Chapter 5 is called When Right Was Wrong. Amelia Bedelia went right to work. She did all the little things that Doris usually did but didn't have time to do on such a busy day. Amelia Bedelia refilled ketchup bottles, poured more salt and pepper into the shakers, folded napkins, and got more sugar and sweetener packets. Most of all, she had fun. Then the unthinkable happened. Suzanne and the three girls from Amelia Bedelia's class walked through the door. Amelia Bedelia sank down behind the counter like the Titanic. What should she do? She was excited to tell them about her new job, but she also felt super embarrassed in her waitress uniform. Amelia Bedelia inched up to take a peek. The girls had chosen a booth where they couldn't see her. Whew! Now, if she just stayed out of sight, stayed quiet, Amelia Bedelia nearly jumped out of her skin. Luckily, it was only Doris. Calm down, honey, Doris said. Your mom was right. You are a good worker. Here's your treat. You deserve it. She handed Amelia Bedelia a strawberry milkshake in a tall, frosty glass. Thanks, Doris, said Amelia Bedelia. As she took her first sip, a big man walked in and sat down at the counter. He was wearing a bright orange baseball cap and a patch on his shirt that said Mike. Amelia Bedelia offered him a menu. No thanks, he said. I know what I want. Good, said Doris. That's as easy as pie. And I'm in a big hurry, he added. My truck's still running. No problem, said Doris. At Pete's Diner, fast service is a piece of cake. I'm sure glad to hear that, he said. Please bring me a big piece of cherry pie. Doris turned to Amelia Bedelia and said, This is a simple one. You can fill his order while I go talk to the cook. I'll be back in a few. Amelia Bedelia smiled and nodded to the man. Then she went to the dessert case. As she stood there gazing at all of the yummy desserts, she realized that she had completely forgotten what the man had ordered. She turned her brain inside out. Was it easy as pie, or was it a piece of cake? Was it easier to bake a pie than cake? You don't have to frost a pie. That's easier. But you don't have to roll out dough for a cake. Then again, hello there, Mike called. Did you forget me? I'm really in a hurry. Fast, said Amelia Bedelia to herself. That's a piece of cake. That's it. She brought him a piece of cake. Cake? He said. I ordered pie. Sorry, said Amelia Bedelia. I'm just learning. I can tell, said Mike. I'm late. Just bring me a piece of cherry pie and step on it. Amelia Bedelia dashed off to get his pie, but now she was more confused than ever. Why did she want her to step on it? She remembered Pete's rule. The customer is always right. She dashed back to Mike and put his pie on the counter. At last, he said, sighing happily as he lifted his fork to take the first bite. Amelia Bedelia climbed up onto the counter. What are you doing? Said Mike. Hey, get off the counter. Just then, Pete came out of the kitchen. What's all the commotion? He asked. Amelia Bedelia, what are you? Amelia Bedelia raised her foot and stepped on that tasty slice of pie with all her might. Gooey cherry pie filling spurted all over the counter, all over Mike, and all over Pete. Mike leaped to his feet. That does it, he yelled. I'm out of here. Wait, Pete called. He got an entire cherry pie from the dessert case and raced out to the parking lot after him. By the time Pete came back in, Doris had returned, and she and Amelia Bedelia had wiped off the counter. Amelia Bedelia felt awful. It didn't help that she could hear giggles from a certain booth. She'd recognize Susan's laugh anywhere. "I'm sorry about the mess on your apron," Amelia Bedelia said to Pete. Pete looked at his apron. Then he said, "At least it matches that ketchup stain." Doris laughed. Amelia Bedelia smiled. Pete sighed and shook his head. "I don't know what to say, Amelia Bedelia, except that I have to let you go." "Go where?" asked Amelia Bedelia. "Go home," said Pete. I'm sorry too," said Amelia Bedelia. "I wanted to see those ropes and cut some mustard, and I really wanted a big tip." "I've got a tip for you," said Pete. "You should get an office job. I don't think the world is ready for you to be a waitress." Doris helped Amelia Bedelia out of her uniform. Then she slipped $5 into her pocket. "Here, honey," she said. "You were the best waitress in training I've ever had." Then Amelia Bedelia left and began the long walk home.